Okay, online students and offline students, can you hear me, everyone? Okay, did anyone miss yesterday's offline session? Like someone said because of rain they did not come and could not join online also. Okay. So any doubts from the last sessions? Did you install everyone? Java? So those who are attending today first time, your first session, they may feel little confusion because today is the first day. So no problem. You can always go through the recordings of demos that has been covered. And also, if you have any doubts, you can just ask me after the session, after 11:30. Those who are joining today for the first time. Okay. So because already we have seen how to install and execute a basic simple example we have seen in the last session, correct? So anyone have still any queries? First of all, let me know, did everyone install JDK? Okay. Okay. Everyone, anyone facing issue? అందరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకున్నారండి ఓకే okay in the last three we have done with three demo sessions like in the last three demo sessions we have seen the topics of like just as a quick revision I'm telling you who was missing any sessions like we have seen like full course modules what are going to be covered. Okay, what are the complete modules that you're going to learn if you're enrolling for the full stack Java? Like you will be knowing about the core concepts that we have started core Java, and you will be learning about advanced Java, and after core, yes, yes, చెప్పండి someone. Okay, so by mistake it has been unmuted, I guess. Okay, we have discussed about the core advanced Java, and also we have seen like what you're going to learn in the database which is used for storing the data, and also like in the backend you will be learning this core advanced and also the frameworks. Like what are the frameworks we are going to learn? Spring, Spring Boot, and Hibernate ORM tool, and the database. And for the front end UI, you will be learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these are the things you are going to learn in the session. All these things. Okay. So now we are going to start with core Java. So now beginning 1.5 month, you will be learning this core Java only alone. After this, along with this, after few days, you will be starting with the communication and aptitude classes. Okay, those are for full stack. You will be starting with communication and aptitude. Okay, why recently, like last batch student named Gopi Chand, he has been placed yesterday. He has came with like offer letter. He said he was got the job on Java as a Java developer in some company in Madhapur. So he was joining from Monday. So I just wanted to share his view. So he is a person I'm seeing every day. He will be here sitting practicing like whole day. Like he was joined for full stack, so he will be practicing a lot every day, and he also attended almost all the mock interviews. Only thing he is lagging is in the communication skills. So as I said, many of them were in communication as though they know completely like knowledge on technically, they are lagging in few communication skills. So but still during the mock interviews, we suggested him how to answer interview, at least in the interview. Also he is not so much like confidently speaking even though, but he know we have given him training like how to answer, how to speak confidently, at least in the interview pattern. So he has attended some multiple interviews also, now he got the job. So from Monday he's joining. So I also suggest everyone to practice every day. Since you are starting, you can use the lab facility. Come here, sit and practice. I know, ma'am, I can practice at home also, but it will be definitely difference will be there. Some or the other deviation you will be getting when you're practicing at home, correct? But if you're coming here practicing with the friends, you will get some motivation and competitive spirit also. They're practicing, they're getting answers, even I also have to do like that, you will be getting, right? So I request everyone, after a week, at least after few days, when we start lab session and completely back starts, you can come here, sit and practice. Yesterday few people asked me to install JDK. I helped them. I showed one program also, execution in notepad and all. So like that you can come and sit and practice here. Okay, so you have to utilize everything that is present, and whenever the mock test is given, try to give the mock interview. And for from your batch, we started this communication skills and aptitude soft skill training also. Maybe one training will be on Saturdays also, and others they will schedule on weekdays only. Aptitude and all. Aptitude is also important. Communication. So what he told is, from the interview perspective, the person Gopichan who got, they were more concentrating on how confidently you are answering, not than how technically. Even though technically, if you're not able to tell 1 2 answers among 10, you have answered only 7 or 8. Even though you did not tell 2 answers, they will give you 1 point because of how confidently you are telling. Even though you don't know the answer, instead of telling something other answer, you can just right away tell, I could not get this answer, I will come back with it. I will learn and come back. Just not telling I don't know. Oh, sorry, so I couldn't remember it, or I could not get through it during my course. I can definitely prepare on it and get back to you if it is required in the company. So like that, if you answer okay, even though he don't know, he has the enthusiasm to learn it. So in that perspective, they will give you 1 mark extra. Even the companies are telling us the same thing, like even though you cannot answer, they should be confident enough to learn it. So he this is the points he has expressed with us also. Okay, even though he's not much good in communicating so much, he was confidently answering. And also he has whatever the concepts we have taught here, he also told that in the mock interviews, most of the questions they were asked the same. So generally, what freshers, they will not ask you like very deep and coding and so much. Some companies will ask you to write code also, but as a fresher, they will not expect too much of knowledge, right? So basic information and how confidently you are answering it. Okay, so all of you, those who are joining the session and everyone, please also follow the same thing. Practice every day. Those who are attending online also, please practice every day and do the assignments given, and attend the mock interviews. Those who can come, who is attending online, you can come and give mock interview, because face to face interview will be good. You will be seeing how nervous you are, and also you can overcome those issues. Okay, if not possible, no problem, at least you give the telephonic mock interview. After a week or 2 weeks, we'll be starting, right? So please, all of you, give the mock interviews also, everyone. And attend the sessions regularly and practice regularly. Do the assignments regularly, not just because of internship or stipend. Finally, if you gain the knowledge, even though if you gain the knowledge, what happens if you go for the interview, it will help it, not for the sake of attendance or anything. So not for the stipend, at least you have to mainly gain the knowledge. Then that will help you, even though you go for any company, they will see, right? So attend, utilize the communication and aptitude classes, and also the lab facility, everyone. Okay, so just I wanted to share his happiness. He was very happy he got job, so he came with the letter, so I want to share with you. Okay, so let's go back to our session. So these are the things, modules you are going to be learning in your full stack Java. These all things we have discussed in the last sessions, And we have seen about JDK and JRE and JVM. Okay, so can anyone tell me like what is JDK, JRE and JVM? What does JRE provide? Java.
JRE JVM.
Hmm.
JRE
Yes.
contains JRE contains the interpreter for converting Java to a mission understandable format.
Oh, okay. JRE will provide the environment, yes, libraries which are required for execution of program. So yes, JVM will be with the JRE. It will provide the environment. So JVM is something like which acts as a help us to interpret the code that we are writing. Okay, so these all things we discussed, and we installed the JDK latest version, and then we have seen a simple example to execute. Did anyone execute program? Online students, did you execute simple Java program?
Yes,
Okay, you got the output, everyone? Still
I got.
anyone thinks? Okay, you got the output, everyone? Good. Okay. So now we will see like what are the basic language basics in Java programming language. Before going into the coding, what are the basics that you have to learn to start the coding in Java? So here we have something called keywords and variables. Okay, so and also you have data types and operators and conditional statements and looping statements. See, these are the some of the basics that we have to cover before going into the oops concepts of Java. So like first we will be seeing what is a keyword and what is a variable. Okay, so what is a keyword means? Keyword is nothing but which is having some special meaning, and the meaning cannot be changed. It cannot be changed. So what is that means? See, suppose if you are telling a variable means it is exactly opposite to the keyword which always keeps on changing. So as I said in the previous sessions also, suppose you are going to take carry a bag. So like bag is a variable, like always you will be using the bag for different storage purposes, right? Once you will use the bag for storing vegetables, fruits, or you may purchase some groceries. The bag is commonly used for storing different types of data, different types of content. So that is which keeps on changing, the its content is called a variables, and which is always a fixed, the meaning cannot be changed, that is considered as what? Keywords. So what are the some keywords means? Some data types I can tell like int, okay, like char or float. Like this you will be having some keywords. And main we are using, right? Main, can we change the main meaning to something like other data type or anything? Not possible. The meaning is what? Fixed. So now what is here? Int. Int is also one data type as well as a keyword we can tell. So whenever you want to store a number in your program, then you will be using the data type of what? Integer. That is int data type. So can we store in integer any character? Is it possible? No. Int means what? It is fixed for the numbers only. So like that words are called what? Keywords, which the meaning cannot be changed. So we have seen many keywords now in the simple program like static. Static is a keyword which cannot be changed for some other purposes. So like static, void, main, these are all what? Keywords which cannot be changed. So the variables whose meaning is fixed and cannot be changed are called keywords. And also if you observe all the keywords, you will be writing mostly in the lower case. All you will be writing in the lowercase. So like this, when you have char means you will be storing only characters. Float means you will be storing only number with decimal values. Like that, there are some keywords which we are having some special meaning, and the meaning cannot be changed. Static, void, like this, there are so many words are there. Hundreds of words are there in where we come across. Okay, got it. And variables means, as I said, which keeps on changing something. See, I can declare like int a is equal to some 10 in one program. In another program, I can write char a is equal to p. So now what will happen now? In one example, A is holding 10. In other example, A is holding one character. That means, is it changing? Is that A variable fixed for number only? No. So that, like that, those are the called as variables, or you can be call them as identifiers. What are they called as? Identifiers, which the meaning will be always changing. Got it? So like this, you will be declaring the variables or identifiers whose meaning will be continuously changing. Okay? Got it? So understood everyone? Online students, if you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay? So variables and identifiers, or you can be telling. Now we have some rules when you're writing the identifiers or the variables. Like, you can give the variable name starting with the alphabet, okay, or you can also give the variable starting with underscore. What is that? Underscore. Okay, you can use any capital or small letter as your variable, or you can say underscore name is equal to, you can give the name like this, you can start like this. Okay, you can give variable name and the value, you can give whatever you want to start, you can give it underscore, but you cannot use any other dot or number or dot or any other characters will not be, special characters cannot be used. And one more thing, whenever you are writing the variable with two words, okay, generally the variable declaration will be like add a or anything you are writing, let us give like this, next word starting with the capital letter, either for the method or for variable. See, if you're not following this rule also, you will not get any error. Anything you write, like other than this underscore, you have to follow. If you're giving any other one a or one b, you may get some error. But this capital, small or word, it will not give you any error. But according to the Java standards, you have to follow this rule. Like, if you're declaring a class, it should be always starting with capital letter. What? If you're writing any class name, it should be always starting with the capital letter. And if you're writing any variable name or any method name, usually any method name, then you have to start with small letter. What is that? Small letter. And coming words, if the method is having more than one word, then you have to start the next words with the capital letter. Suppose you want to write a method like add number, you should write like this is a method, like a main method. Okay, add number, these are two words, right? So coming word should be in the capital, like we can tell camel case and all, right? Uppercase, lowercase, and camel case, like this. If it is having one more word, then that also should be starting like this, data, usually. If it is a single word, then you can just write like add and open close semicolon. That's it. So these are the rules you have to follow when you're creating identifiers or methods. Okay, got it? Understood? So variable declaration. Online students, is it clear? If you have any doubt, please let me know. So those are the keywords and identifiers. Now, in this variables, we have different types of variables. Different types of variables. What are the different types means? First, we have local variables. What are they? Local variables and mainly instance variables. Local and instance variable, basic thing. Later we have static also, but let us understand what is local variable and what is instance variable. Okay, so local variable means which is declared inside the class but not in any method. Which is declared inside the class but not inside any. See, one second, I'll show you. Like class. Okay, suppose you are giving like class sample. You're writing one class. Sorry, just see here. In this you're writing the class. Suppose in the class you're writing a method like void add one method. Just open and close it. Okay, I just said little opposite way. One second, I'll just tell you. Okay, so now this is the class and this is the method. Here if you are declaring some variable int a, this is called as instance variable. What is that? Instance variable. And which you are declaring inside the method is called local variable. Understood? What is that? Local means this local variable, whatever you are declaring inside any method, is not available outside. And if you are declaring any variable outside the method but inside the class, it is available everywhere. మనకి local std connection అట్లా ఉంటుంది కదా. So whenever you have the local mobile connection, you cannot make international calls. But if you have international connection, you can also make international call as well as local calls also, like that. సో మీరు ఏదన్నా వేరియబుల్ ఒక మెథడ్ లోపల డిక్లేర్ చేస్తే కనుక ఆ మెథడ్ లోపల మాత్రమే అవైలబుల్ గా ఉంటుంది. సపోజ్ ఇక్కడ యూ హ్యావ్ డిక్లేర్డ్ ఏ వేరియబుల్ కాల్డ్ బి. ఓకే, after the method if you want to use this variable like b is equal to, you are giving some 5, and after the method if you are saying a is equal to a plus b, if you are trying to do this, it will give you error. It will tell that b is not declared, please declare the variable. Why? Because it is available only within this method, it is not available outside. So that is called as local declaration, and this is called instance. So here if you want to use inside this like b is equal to b plus 6, yes you can do it. Sorry, b plus a, no problem, you can add it because a is available outside. So whatever value you are giving for a, you can use it here because it is declared outside the method. Okay, understood? Once again I am repeating, both online and offline students listen. There are basically two types, mostly other type is also there. The main importantly local and instance. Local variable means whenever you are declaring
Whenever you are declaring in
inside a method,
method,
that means any
that means
block.
the block.
My voice is getting repeated. So everyone, is my voice clear? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, someone has given no for what? I forgot to see the message. Okay, fine. If any doubts are there, let me know. Okay, as I said, there are two types of variables. One is local and instance. So local variables means what? Whenever you declare within a particular block or a method is called local, and which you are declaring outside the method and inside the class. Those are called what? Instance variables, and instance variables are available throughout the program. Got it? That is the difference between local and instance variables. Okay, clear everyone about the identifiers and variables or identifiers and keywords. So I will also provide you the document like about whatever we are declaring, local variables and everything like which are present. So like this I will send from today document also, like on whatever topic we discussed, the running notes and the document on it. Okay, you'll be seeing, so that you can refer again in the notes if any point is missing or you're not able to understand. And next, we are going to discuss about the data types. So, what are the data types we have? We have data types categorized into primary and secondary. So, the primary data types are something like short, int, okay, character, and float, double. You can also consider byte, also byte, and you have like long double or long int. So these are all the data types we have. Okay, so now how will be the data type storing the data in the computer memory? Okay, as I said, we will be storing, whenever I said you want to purchase a computer, in what terms you will purchase? Rice means kgs, or fruits or anything, milk means you will use a term called liters or something. So if you want to purchase one computer or laptop or desktop, what you will ask? Like, they will first ask you a question like what configuration you want. The configuration you will mention in terms of bytes, right? 100 GB or 1000 GB or 2000, and RAM capacity, how much it should be, 5 GB RAM, 10 GB RAM. You will be always talking in terms of what? Bytes. So computer will store the data in terms of what? Bytes. So here the data, whatever you are writing in the program, also will store data in terms of bytes. Okay, so now what is byte? One byte is equal to 8 bits. How many bits? 8 bits. So like this it will be storing internally the memory. Okay, so whenever you are telling 1 byte of data means it will store how many? 8 bits of data. And so here short, int, these are all storing the data. So here it will be storing 1 byte, and integer usually occupies 4 bytes. What is that? 4 bytes. If you are writing shortened, it will be 1 or 2 bytes. But integer usually occupies how many? 4 bytes. 4 bytes means how many bits? 4 into 8. Okay. Overall 32 bits it will occupy. So if you want very big, this memory is not sufficient, then you can always declare long int. And character usually occupies only 1 byte of data. 1 byte of data. Okay, and how to store group of characters? We can specify the size and we can store. Or usually in Java, for storing group of characters, we will be using string class. What is that? String class. String is not a data type. Okay, it is a class in Java. But if you want to store some character group of characters, you can write like this: string name is equal to Java. It can store group of characters as a object, but this is not a data type. Remember, string is a class. What is string? It is a class in Java. But through the character you can also display, which is occupying only 1 byte. Character will occupy how many bytes? 1 byte. And again, float is occupying 4 bytes, and double is occupying 8 bytes. Float and double are occupying how many? 4 and 8 bytes. So when you're talking for float and double, both are used for decimal values. Why both? You can use either float or double. No, why we have two data types when both are storing decimal values only? So here, when you want the more accurate decimal value, then you will be using double, because it can occupy huge number. Something like chemical formulas in the lab or percentages, you will be having very big value, right? After decimal point, like some 12.345, like this, you have any very big decimal value and accurate value, it is better to use double. When you have less precision value means, precision means after the decimal, like 12.3456, then you can use what? Float is will be sufficient. Okay, whenever you want to store a very big decimal value, then it is better to use double. And when you are storing small decimal value, it is float will be enough. Okay, is it clear? So like that you will be using the float or double. And again you will have long int you can use, and long double also you can use, means still more big data. Whenever you want to store very big number or very still big decimal value, you can use always like long double. But still you can also use byte also as a your data type. Byte A means which it can store any single byte of data. Got it? So these are all the primary data types we have. Okay, what are they? Short, int, long int, and float, double, character. Don't assume string as a data type. String is a class. That's why I wrote s also as a capital. Got it? Online students, is it clear everyone about the data types? Yes, we also have the boolean. Boolean also is there. But when you're writing capital B, this is a class. Boolean is a class. And also we have the boolean data type, okay, which is storing true or false. Okay, but primary I was saying these three, these all. Yes, we have one more data type also as a boolean. Boolean means it is storing true or false representation. We can assume true for 1 and false for 0, but in Java the representation will be always either true or false. If you are taking any variable like boolean b or any variable a, you can store either true false, you cannot store 1 or 0. Okay, you can assume that 1 means true, 0 means false, but either you will be giving the value as true or false. Numerical representation is not possible. అంటే the numerical data store చేయదు, only two values, true or false. uh, since it is storing character type of data, you cannot use Java or any variable, any data you cannot. You can use only two words, the either true or false అనే two values మాత్రమే store చేయగలరు. Got it? So these are some of the basic things you have, like keywords, identifiers, and some data types, basic data types. Got it, everyone? Is it clear, online students? అర్థమవుతుందా అండి?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now let us see some example execution. Okay, and also most of you asked about the Eclipse. So I wanted to show you one example with Eclipse also. You can practice either with Notepad or with Eclipse as you wish. Okay, but in the beginning, I suggest you to just practice with Eclipse, sorry, Notepad, so that you will be knowing what how you are making errors and all. మీరు semicolon or ఏ error అయినా మీకు అంత ఈజీగా రెక్టిఫై అవ్వదు కాబట్టి in beginning try to at least practice with Notepad once or twice. Now, okay, let us go to the Google. So you can download here Eclipse. Download, you can type where you can download the Eclipse. So you will be getting like this. Okay, you can download the Eclipse, and here also choose your operating system, and you can download the Eclipse here. Okay, when you click the download, you will be getting here the in the downloads Eclipse IDE. Okay, you can install this like Java, you can also install this Eclipse IDE. So I'm just showing you how what are the options you have to select here. So download, it will be getting downloaded easily. After downloading, when you click install, it will ask you like for what purpose you are installing this Eclipse. Means for C++ also you can use Eclipse, or for Java you are doing for core or advanced level. Like this it will be asking you different options. Okay, online students, please see this. You will be having different options like this. When you are downloading, it will download, it will take some time. And after downloading, Okay, download Eclipse IDE for Enterprise Java and Web. Okay, Java and web development. As of now, if you download any other version also, it will help. Eclipse IDE for Java developers also will work for you, but later again, if when you want to work with enterprise edition, means like servlets, JSP frameworks and all, it will not work properly, right? So better now only download this. What one? Eclipse IDE for enterprise and Java developers. Okay, got it. Select this and download this. I'll make a screenshot. So select that. I have already prepared the document. You can just go through that. The installation process, I think. Okay, I have given already like how to write and everything, but still. So you have to select this one. Eclipse IDE for. Okay, these steps I have given. You have to go for the Eclipse installation steps. You have to download it. I have given screenshot, and after that you download this, and after downloading, just double click it. You will be getting this and install it. Okay, click on download installation, and select Eclipse for Java EE. Got it? Screenshots follow అయ్యి download చేయండి install. So once, if it is, I'm not installing it because since it is already there. So now once installing, while installing, just select, you will get a option. You want desktop icon for as a shortcut అని ఒక ఆప్షన్ అడుగుతుంది. So just అది select చేయండి during installation. Then you will get a icon like this. ఇలా ఒక ఐకాన్ కనిపిస్తుంది, ఓకేనా? So then when you double click this icon, you will be opening a screen. Then you will be selecting the location where you want to save all your programs. మనం ఒక ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసి జావా ఫుల్ స్టాక్ 9 అని అందులో నోట్ ప్యాడ్ లో ఫైల్ సేవ్ చేసాం కదా. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే యూ హ్యావ్ టు సెలెక్ట్ హియర్ ద ఫోల్డర్. యూ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్ ఏ న్యూ ఫోల్డర్? ఎస్, యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్. See Ligita in Eclipse workspace. Suppose I want to create one more workspace for you, like full stack. Okay, I'm just giving some nine. So here you can select and click on launch. So you will be getting your workspace stored. See here in C drive. Okay, Likita folder, Eclipse is there, means it will install in particular folder. It will show you that. So in Eclipse workspace, okay, what I have given, Java full stack 9, right? No, full stack 9, got it? Like this you will be getting the workspace created. So now whatever programs you are saving, it will be saved under that folder automatically if you want to refer. Now let us go back to the Eclipse. It might have been opened. See, like this it will open Eclipse. So when you are opening for the first time, it will be like this. Okay. If you want to just to go through the tutorial samples how to use it, you can go through. Otherwise, you can just close the welcome screen. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, you can close this. So you will be getting like this. Go to the file, new, and you have to select here Java project. What is that? Java project. But it is not visible here, right? Because we are opening for the first time. So go to the select new and select what we have here, project. Select the project, and if it is visible here, directly you select the Java project or type here Java. So you will get the option and select the Java project, click on next. Okay, then give the project name. Project name is something like subfolder, and again you will be saving all your programs in one subfolder. Suppose I am giving here like core, since we are doing some core programs, and click on the next and finish. Okay, open Java perspective. So it asked me a option, means I have down installed for Java EE, right? So but I'm selecting core Java project. So it is asking, should I open this in a core perspective? Yes, I said. That's it. Then you can see the project here, everyone. Can you see? Core is there. Under that, what we have? SRC. I will repeat the process again, just follow it. Okay, this is the SRC, means your source folder. What is that? Source folder, where you are going to save all your programs. Now right click on the source and click on the new, and we are creating what? Class ఏ కదా Java program అంటే we have to select class. Okay, provide the class name here. మనం sample అని hello అని create చేసాం కదా. So let us give a class name as what? Hello. And it will always ask you to give a package name. అంటే మనం కోర్ అనే ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ తీసుకొని అందులో ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సో ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ ద ప్యాకేజ్ నేమ్ యాజ్ బేసిక్. Okay, remember, package name always start with small case. Okay, capital is no error ivadu, but give as a small lower case, and class name always give as a capital letter. And you have a option here to select a public static void main. So just give a click and click on what? Finish. Now this Eclipse will write the basic structure of our coding. Now is it easy? Why Notepad? Correct? When this is writing everything, who will use Notepad? No one will use. So that's why I want to tell this little later. But so few of you asked, so I told it. So now you will get the basic structure. Now under package basic, you are writing a program. Package basic means it is a subfolder. That's it. So I can show you here in Java Eclipse workspace. I have created full stack 9. You can see core is your project. Under that you are having SRC. Basic is your sub package. So I have written hello, created. So that structure we are creating through the Eclipse only. Later if you want to view in the folder, you can go like that and you can view it. Okay, so now here we will just write system dot out dot println. So it will suggest you, and here I am writing welcome to Java. You can write end with semicolon. That's it. You can just resave it. Just you can go to the file and just say save, because we have already saved name. Ikkada name before istam manam. Generally notepad lo program anta type chesi save as an istam. But here before starting the code we will give first the name. So you can just resave it with control S, or you can click this save option. Then how to execute it? There we have command javac filename.java and java file name for the compilation and execution. But here we have a command here like run, and you can run directly. Control plus F11. F11 is for debug and control plus F11 is for both compiling and execution. So you can run this, then you will get the output here. Welcome to Java. Got it? Understood everyone? Online students. So this is how we are going to execute with the Eclipse. Notepad. Whatever you write in Notepad, those programs also you can copy here. So yes, whatever the code you are writing in the notepad, same like that you have to write here. But we will write everything there. Notepad lo pratidi maname rastam. Class, hello name, and public static void main. Everything we will be writing. But here Eclipse will write and give us. So we will just write the code internally. So public static void main need select cheyakapote, it won't come. That you have to type it by yourself. Got it? Understood? Once again, I'm showing the procedure. See how to create it. You have to go to the file, new, and you have to select Java project. మనం already select చేసాం కాబట్టి చూపిస్తుంది. If it is not shown to you, go to the project and click on Java project, or type here Java project. Click on the next and give the project name. Okay, suppose I'm giving the project name as something, and then click on the next and click on finish. So it will create a project like this, and expand the project, you will be seeing a folder called SRC, and right click on the SRC and say new class. Okay, remember always give the package name also. Every time you need not create a package. First time you are saving the first program, create one package. అంటే మనం డేటా టైప్స్ అన్ని ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ లో, కండిషనల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అన్ని ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ లో, లూపింగ్ అన్ని ఒక ప్యాకేజ్, అట్లా కాన్సెప్ట్ వైజ్ సేవ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తే ఫర్దర్ రిఫర్ చేయడానికి ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. సో అందుకని ఒక 10 programs or 20 programs on similar concept, let us save us under one package. Okay, so now I'm giving here, like you can give some basic as the package name, and class name you can give like sample. And if you don't want main method, don't select it, just click on finish, you will be getting the basic class like this. Okay, now in this I'm going to write public static void main, like public static void main, and then here you will be writing string arguments, and you will open and close the curly braces, and here you will be writing system.out.println. See, for this system.out.println you have a shortcut syso, you type and press control space, it will give you system.out.println. And you can just double, in double quotes you can write like, okay, we are learning core Java. We are learning core Java. Like this you can get. Got it? So you will be executing the code. So you can just resave it, Control S, and then run. విల్ గెట్ ద అవుట్పుట్. సో ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏ స్టెప్స్ అయితే క్రియేట్ చేశానో అవన్నీ కూడా మీకు నేను ఒక డాక్యుమెంట్లో నేను స్క్రీన్ షాట్స్తో ప్రొవైడ్ చేశాను. సో యూ కెన్ ఫాలో దట్ ఇన్ ఎక్లిప్స్ ఆల్సో, లైక్ హౌ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో టు న్యూ, సెలెక్ట్ ద ప్రాజెక్ట్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ యాజ్ అ స్క్రీన్ షాట్. మీరు అది చూసి ఫాలో అవ్వచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే స్టెప్స్ ఒకసారి గుర్తుండవు కాబట్టి 2-3 times మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తే మీకు అలవాటు అయిపోతుంది. బట్ ఇన్ ద ఫస్ట్ టైం యూ కెన్ ఫాలో దట్ ప్రొసీజర్. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇంకొక ప్రోగ్రామ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే మళ్ళీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అవసరం లేదు. ఆన్ ఎస్ఆర్సి you see, this is the core project we created, right? Just click expand it. SRC also you expand. We created a project package called what? Basic. Right click on the basic, say new class. So now you will be giving class. Package is already came, basic package. Class name, like I'm giving class name as like details, and with the main method finish you'll be getting. సో ఫస్ట్ టైం క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు మాత్రం ప్రాజెక్ట్ ప్యాకేజ్ ఉంటుంది, నెక్స్ట్ టైం నుంచి మనకు అంత ప్రాసెస్ ఉండదు. యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ రైట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద ప్యాకేజ్, క్రియేట్ ద క్లాస్, అండ్ హియర్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ ద డీటెయిల్స్ లైక్ system.out.println. You can write system.out.println like hello, my name is Likita, like that you can write. And you can write any number of lines, system.out.println. Okay, like I am full stack Java trainer, like this you can write. You can keep on continue. We are learning basic concepts. Okay, ఇట్లా మనం రాసుకోవచ్చు. So any number of lines you can write, just save this and then run. So now you are going to get the output in the console. So you can just keep the console in the down also. You can see, hello, my name is Likita, I am full stack and learning basic concepts. Correct? So by default, if you are observing, everything is coming in new line. Correct? Every statement is coming in new line. Why? Because we are writing system.out.println. So ln stands for new line. So suppose you are not writing here ln, you are writing just print instead of println, then you can see I'm typing control F11 for execution. Now you can see here everything is coming in what? New, same line instead of getting in new line. Correct? So print and println difference is that if you are writing print, it will come in same line. If you are giving println, after printing the statement, your cursor will go to the new line. That is the difference between print and println. Is it clear, everyone? Online students, how to create a project and how to execute it. Ashwant or someone asked me like how to create in Eclipse. So did you understand, everyone? అర్థమైందండి అందరికి? So like this you
Yeah.
can create basic, okay, example. Okay. So all of you first execute one program in Notepad, few programs, and then start doing with Eclipse. ఓకే. సో మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇలా ఒక 15 స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ప్రింట్ చేయండి. ఓకే. హలో, యువర్ నేమ్, okay, your qualification, like your address, mobile number, your educational qualification, what are your subjects, just for practicing it, statements, just in the notepad you type it. Okay, and just execute and run. Then you will know like where you are making mistakes and how it is coding is done. Okay, type the class name, main method, and execute. Got it? We have already discussed about the basic structure, how we are going to write it. Okay, is it clear, everyone? So public means what? Why we are giving here public? Anyone can access it. Anyone means here, now you are writing two programs, right? This details class, I can also use it in the hello. If you are not giving this as public, I cannot use it like that. So you are giving public in such way, class, and this is what? Class name. This is for starting of the program, and every curly brace starting will have end, and this is for the main starting curly braces, and you are ending the main here. So now system.out.println, and you are writing this code. Public means anyone can access. Static means you can be calling directly by the class name. Void means it does not return any value. You can write int, main, float. You can give any return type. But when you want to say it does not return any value, you will be giving void and main. And inside this you are writing system dot out dot println. So system is what? Class. Out is what? Object. Print or println is the method. So what is the duty of println? Whatever you write in double quotes, it will be printed as it is on the screen. It won't check for any logical part. Okay, whatever you write, just it prints as it is on the screen. Okay, so like that you will be writing. So I said you like in Java, you will be getting classes, interfaces, packages, everything. But I am able to use the system, main, everything. I'm not importing any package, right? Am I writing any package name here? To use system should be present in some package, right? Some class. So in Java, we have a default package, that is lang package. What is that? Lang. So this is automatically imported when you are writing a program with .java. ఓకే. ఎప్పుడైతే మీరు ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్‌ని జావాతో సేవ్ చేసి కంపైల్ చేస్తారో, ఈ ప్యాకేజ్ అనేది ఆటోమేటిక్‌గా ఇంపోర్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే దేర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ ప్రీ డిఫైన్డ్ క్లాసెస్, మెథడ్స్ ఇన్ ద లాంగ్ ప్యాకేజ్. సో you need not every time import lang.star lang and all. So this is the package automatically imported in Java. So that is the reason, even though I'm not importing it, I am able to use it. Otherwise you have to use like import java dot lang dot star. Okay, import java dot lang dot star. Now this system class is present in lang package. Which package? Lang package. In the lang package it is defined like println is the method, system is the class. Println, if you are writing, it has to print it. The definition is defined in what? Lang package. But even though you are not importing it, you are able to use it because it is imported by default. Okay, there will be an interview question like what is the default package in Java? Then you can answer like lang package. Got it? So what is the question? What is the default? No other package is imported default. Only one package is that, that is lang. Got it? So lang package is a default package imported, and you need not import it separately. Is it clear, everyone? Online students? Okay. So as I discussed about some variables and all, I'll show one simple example on that, declaring variables. Okay, let us create, right click on the package and new class. I'm giving like data type example, some declaration. And so we got this example, and here, so whatever the variables you wanted to declare, you will be declaring like int a comma b, like this you can be declaring some variables. So now what you're telling, a and b are of what type of data? Integer type of data. And suppose you are creating here char, so char a is equal to, in a single code you will be writing some name p. See here, okay, already a have declared some m is equal to p. So that means what? M is a character type of data. So you are storing a single character. So if it is a single character, you have to put it in single quote. And if you want to store the name, I will be using string class. So string name is equal to, you can provide the name here. Okay, like whatever name I'm writing, you can write here one name semicolon. Okay, and then float, data type means always small letter. Okay, float, like I'm writing like marks is equal to, I'm writing like 78.9. And one thing here, for the float, okay, I said double and float both are for decimal values. For the compiler to identify whether it is float or double, for the float you have to always end with f. For other, no other data type such rule is there, but only for the float data type you have to use end with what? F. And a double not required. Like double, you can just declare like some sal is equal to, or some total is equal to, I'm giving like 234.78, like this you can declare. Got it? Understood? Integer, character, float and double. So after, if you want to declare a single variable like int a is, or will give int id is equal to some 12. Okay, and this is initial maybe, like after 12, if we are assuming this is a initial, then you will be giving like initial is equal to p. Variable name can be anything however big it is, but it is storing only a single character, because character cannot hold more than 1 byte if you're not specifying the size. So id, initial, name, marks and the total. Got it? So like this you can be declaring the data. Yes, capital P. Yes, you can write. No problem. No, data type means it is small letter. This one you are saying. You can represent with F, that's it. Either capital or small. No problem. Okay, you can give anything. Capital F, but it should be ended with F, that's it. To represent that it is a float value. Otherwise, it is giving error. See, okay, either you have to make this as double or you have to make it F. Okay, only for the float we have that rule, others we don't have any rule. Okay, online students అందరికి అర్థమైందండి, the just assigning the values to the variables. జస్ట్ మనం డిస్కస్ చేసిన వేరియబుల్ ఇవి వేరియబుల్స్, ఇవేంటి డేటా టైప్స్. ఓన్లీ స్ట్రింగ్ ఈజ్ క్లాస్. గాట్ ఇట్? అండర్స్టూడ్? Okay, now after declaring the variables and everything, you want to print them, right? So for print them, what we are going to use? System.out.println. So system.out.println, you want to print ID. So I said, right, in double quotes, whatever you want, you can print. ID is equal to. Here we will be using the symbol called plus and ID. Plus means you are not using for addition purposes, but you are just adding your output to the whatever in the double quotes you are writing. Just you are concatenating, putting them together. So on the output screen, you will get whatever you write in this double quotes ID equal to, and what is there in the ID 12. Okay, here you cannot give capital ID because it is case sensitive language, right? Here you declared I small I, so here also you have to use small I only. But this is in double quotes, you can write anything. ID value is, like that you can write anything. It will print as it is on the screen. Now you can see this. So it is printing ID is equal to 12. Like that you can print the initial, name, mark and total also. See here, system.out.println in double quotes I'm giving here like name, okay, is equal to, and then I will be giving here name, and we have initial also after id. System.out.println, like in double quotes, initial equal to, and you will be giving here plus. Okay, what is the variable name? Initial. And just name after. Again, system.out.println, you want to print the marks, then you can say marks, mark is, and then space, and then in, okay, mark, mark. And then while printing, it will not print the f value. Just for reading purposes, when you want, you will be giving like total. Just I did not calculate any total, just I wanted to show you, is equal to space and then plus total, like this. Save this and then run. Got it? So is it confusing or tough? Is it okay? Understood? So in the next session again I'll discuss once again. Just మీకు వేరియబుల్స్ డేటా టైప్స్ ఒకసారి చెప్పాను కాబట్టి ఒక సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూపించాను. Okay, what as a assignment you will do for coming session, you have to just create one example and print at least 15 statements. That's it. Either in Notepad or in Eclipse. I suggest you have to do with Notepad first. Okay, first అందరూ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి Notepad లో ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయండి. Okay, this one, the next example we can see later, like this data types and all, we can see in the next session also. Okay, I will repeat this again, no problem. Just what we did, we declared, assigned the value, and we printed it. Got it? Understood everyone? Online students, is it clear everyone? So any doubts from the session? I will share the document everything for the topics we covered. So practice it according to that. Okay. Um, so for what you want, see, even though you have the less percentage or anything, if you are focusing on the concepts on programming, they will check your programming skills and communication skills, and you will get job. No problem. Concentrate on everyone who is getting very less marks in BTech or any degree also, they can do the course and they can do it. Any stream person, not only computer background, right? All mechanical, everyone are nowadays doing computers, right? You can do it. And I think everyone got the enrollment procedure message, correct, for the enrolling. So I suggest everyone to enroll as early as possible. Okay, so do start doing your enrollment procedures. And those who are attending offline, please go to the like fifth floor the department, and you can enroll by cash there. And those who cannot come, who is attending online, then they can use the other procedure for enrolling. You can call to the number. I think yesterday we have given one number, right? So just the same number you can call, and you can do the payment procedure enrollment. So once you are doing enrollment, then you will be creating a group. Those who started enrolling, everyone will be creating a group, and everyone will add in the group. And after this sessions, and or maybe after one or two session, they will change the link. Those who are enrolling only, they will get the link. Not by tomorrow, after 1 2 days, I guess. So as early as possible, all of you do the enrollment. Okay, if you have any problem, you want to enroll 1 or 2 days delay or 2 3 days, you can just stop, but do it as early as possible. Okay, so that after enrolling also you will be getting all recordings, everything. Okay, thank you. Any more doubts are there? Is it clear? Offline students, everyone? Fine. So first, as I said, no, Ishwan, first 1 month or 1.5 month, you will be having core Java, and aptitude and communication skills also will be started. After that, we will be starting Oracle and other classes. బికాస్ బిగినింగ్ లోనే మల్టిపుల్ థింగ్స్ నేర్చుకుంటే కన్ఫ్యూజన్ గా ఉంటుంది కదా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో 1 1.5 month తర్వాత ప్లాన్ చేస్తాం. సి దే ఆర్ హీస్ ఫ్రమ్ యూఐ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, సో హీస్ జాయినింగ్ ఫర్ జావా మీన్స్ 1 month బ్యాక్ వీ హ్యావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ ఫుల్ స్టాక్ బ్యాచ్ ఓన్లీ, బట్ స్టార్టింగ్ విత్ యూఐ. So for them, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is going on. 1 month is already over. We are in JavaScript. Now we have started a full stack Java batch. So those who can wanted to join, we will put it in Java. Because అందరు అట్లా willing గా ఉండరు కదా, they want to go slowly, they want to finish first that then join. For them we will leave their choice, but when we are starting we'll intimate they will come and join in the full stack Java. సో అట్లా మీకు కూడా 1.5 month తర్వాత యూఐ స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు మీకు అందులో క్లబ్ చేస్తాం. అలాంగ్ విత్ దట్ వీ విల్ స్టార్ట్ పిఎల్ఎస్క్యూఎల్ ఒరాకిల్. సో వీ విల్ ప్లాన్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ఇట్. ఓకే, ఓకే, ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? ఎస్. ఓకే, ఫైన్. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? ఒక పేపర్ ఇచ్చినట్టున్నారు కదా, రాశారా అందరూ నేమ్స్? ఓకే, ఫైన్. Online students, okay, I'm leaving the session. We'll continue again on, I think tomorrow, Saturday, there will be no class, I guess. On Monday, we will be having the session.